everyone, and welcome back to In My Opinion, where we discuss current events in layman's terms, because knowledge is power. And you will soon find out that I have an opinion about everything. So let's get right into it. What is on the agenda for today? The stimulus package has passed about 2 weeks ago from the House, and then it passed through Senate with a few changes on Saturday. The bill had to go back to the House of Representatives to be signed on the new revisions, and they have signed it as of today, March 10th, 2021, and it is on its way to President Biden's desk as we speak. They believe the package should be on Biden's desk by tomorrow. He's expected to sign off on the package on Friday. This is huge, you guys. This is the biggest relief package that we've ever seen. This is huge for the Biden-Harris administration. This is huge for the country. This is huge for the working class people that finally will get a break. Biden is being a man of his word. He's getting it done. So we're gonna watch a clip from CNBC.
It appears that the House has just passed President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package. The final vote tally is somewhere around 220 to 211, with only one Democrat voting against it. No Republicans voted for it. The bill is now headed to the president's desk for his signature, and the White House says that will happen on Friday. When Democrats say that the American Rescue Plan provides broad relief that they hope will stimulate the economy after a year of pandemic-induced pain.
Okay, you guys, so we're gonna go over the details of the stimulus package and what was exactly passed. So as we discussed in our previous video, there was a new income guideline that was put in by the Senate. The House has approved it. So officially, if you are making over $80,000, unfortunately, you've been disqualified from receiving a stimulus check. If you are a married couple making over $160,000, unfortunately, you will also not get a stimulus check. However, if you as an individual is making $75,000 or under, you will be receiving a $1,400 stimulus check. If you are making between $75,000 to $80,000, it will phase out. You will get something, just not the full $1,400. If you are a married couple making under $150,000, you will receive a $2,800 stimulus check. As far as dependents go, each dependent, meaning 17 and under, a college student, an adult dependent that you've claimed on your taxes, receive a $1,400 stimulus check per dependent. As far as unemployment goes, it has been extended until September. Unfortunately, we did not get the $400 Biden and the Democrats had hoped for. However, $300 was approved, which I believe is already the amount that's been given. So that will continue, but it will continue until September, which is great. However, if you receive unemployment benefits and you've already filed your taxes, go back and refile, because the bill also states that the first $10,200 of received unemployment benefits is not to be taxed. So if you did your taxes already, there is some more money that you could be receiving. You need to contact your tax preparer, let them know that you are aware that the package has been passed, you are aware that $10,200 should not have been taxed, and you want your money. Of course, there is a cap. The cap is $150,000. So if you are making over $150,000 in unemployment, then you will not qualify. A big one that everybody is talking about is the new child tax credit that has passed. The new child tax credit is as follows. The child does have to have a Social Security card. So let me just say that. If you have a child between the age of 0 to 5 years old, you will qualify for a $3,600 tax credit. If you are a parent with a child between the age of 6 to 17, you will qualify for a $3,000 tax credit. There is an income requirement. This is for low-income families. They have not said exactly what the low-income threshold is in detail. However, you will be able to receive this tax credit. They will start to pay parents in increments. They announced at first it was monthly, but now they will start to pay parents in increments between July to December. I'm not sure when the amounts will be sent out. They just said they'll be sent out sporadically, basically. So just check your mailbox, check your account in July. If you qualify, you should be receiving some random checks in the mail or in your account from the government. The way they're saying this works is a little complicated, so just follow me. So in July, they're supposed to start sending out these payments, not monthly, but in spurts, all the way up until December. When January 2022 comes, you will get the remaining amount owed to you once you file your taxes. If you do not want to receive your payment in increments, and you just want to receive your lump sum amount once you file your taxes, that is also a possibility. All you have to do is opt out online. So go to irs.gov and opt out online that you do not want to receive your payments in increments. You want to receive them when you file in January 2022. The bill also states that any student loans that will be forgiven are to be tax-free. They will not be taxed, which is also huge. This means that there is some sort of loan forgiveness on its way. To have that in the package. The bill will also provide funding for vaccine distribution, funding in schools, so that schools can reopen properly. Let me say that again. They want to give money so that schools can reopen properly. That does not mean throw the babies back in school without having proper class sizes, people not vaccinated. That does not mean place people back in buildings that have no ventilation, no airflow. This money is being given to prepare for a proper environment for children and teachers and staff to return to a safe environment, not to run back. Let me just be clear on that. So as I said, the package is on its way to Biden's desk. If it isn't already there, he is set to sign the package by Friday, and people should start receiving their payments by the end of March. So between, I'd say, the 20th until the end of March, look at your account, check your mailbox. Your stimulus check will very likely be in your hands very soon. Something that did not make it in the stimulus package was the $15 minimum wage. I am not worried. I am not the least bit concerned because I know my man Bernie got it. I'm gonna play a clip at the end of this video of Bernie Sanders' Instagram because he's popping on Instagram, and he's gonna talk about his fight for getting that $15 minimum wage. It's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. If Bernie has anything to do with it, it's gonna happen, period. Because as you can see, we have a president that is for the American people, for the working class people, for the people that need the most help, and they're gonna get it done. Trust me, this is the moment that the low income, people in poverty, people that have been struggling to pay their bills, working class, this is our time to shine, you guys. This is our moment. So what's interesting to me is that none of the Republicans from the House or the Senate approved the stimulus package. I believe we had one Democrat from the House of Representatives voted against the stimulus package, which I believe they're on the wrong team. None of the Republicans voted in favor of the stimulus package. Again, I can't say highly disappointed would be the word, because what do you expect? The Republicans in government are not for the people. As I said multiple times, we're gonna listen to a clip from Chris Cuomo, a CNN news anchor, my favorite CNN news anchor. And I love him in not a Bernie way, not an uncle way, like I love him in like a way. So we're gonna listen to what he has to say about the stimulus package being passed and some other current events that everyone is discussing right now. So let's take a look.
Why is the most sweeping legislation in decades to help lift Americans out of poverty just hours away from passing, but without any support from the right side of the aisle? The answer, Meghan Markle and a dollop of Dr. Seuss. Let me argue. Many of the right's party's constituents are struggling from a pandemic that they long denied. But with a president they want to lose, they're making a choice. Duck real problem solving in favor of culture fights. Be a true opposition party. One that opposes whatever it can as a proxy for getting anything done. They are simply against. And the top of their list is against owning the reality of racism. If that's not true, why else is there this Markle madness on the right? Why are they so concerned about this story and whether or not it's true? After 4 years of empowering the biggest liar in presidential history, now you got a thing for truth? Doubtful. Tonight, the Queen doesn't deny accusations of racism from Meghan Markle and Prince Harry against the royal family in the family's first public statement since the bomb drops. But people here on the right continue to savage Markle and her story. Something struck a nerve with them. Was it a multiracial woman speaking out against an institutional white royal family? Oh, no, it's not about that. Well, then what is it about? The royals aren't questioning what Markle says about her race being used against her by some of them. They don't even deny her and Prince Harry's allegations about conversations with an unnamed someone, questioning how dark the skin of their unborn child would be. So why are so many here on the righty fringe unable to accept the story? Could it be that the opposition party is passing laws that disenfranchise minorities, that are all but a constructive fraud regarding election fairness, as their strategy to oppose racial progress and to help their chances of winning elections? Is it any better reason that now they don't want to help people out of poverty when they know a disproportionate number of those people are minorities? Though there are way more poor white folks who are also going to be caught up in their opposition obsession. Is this why this notion of just be against? Is this why they would rather debate books I've never heard of from Dr. Seuss than deal with the reality of January 6th, a white supremacist terror attack about which they have decided to spin a tale stranger than anything Seuss ever wrote?
I'm going to put the link for the rest of that clip in the description below. Meghan Markle, I applaud you. I applaud you for speaking your truth. I applaud you for defending your child's name and his honor. I applaud Harry for standing by his wife's side. It could be your own mother, but toxic is toxic. It's waste. People get so caught up in titles, but the reality is sometimes family is the very ones who will stab you in your back and twist the knife. This is a prime example of, at all costs, protect your own energy, and I stand behind them 100%. This moment, I'm happy for Princess Diana, and I know she's so proud of Meghan and Harry for doing what it is that she had to do all alone so many years ago. Princess Diana did an interview similar to Meghan and Harry on BBC several years ago about her concerns with the royal family.
Do you think you'll ever be queen?
No, I don't. No.
Why do you think that?
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into. Because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently. Because I don't go by a rule book. Because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
And do you think that because of the way you behave, that's precluded you effectively from becoming queen?
Yes, well, not precluded me, I wouldn't say that. I just don't think I have as many supporters in that environment than I did. Yeah.
You mean within the royal household?
Mm-hmm. They see me as a threat of some kind. And I'm here to do good. I'm not a destructive person.
Why do they see you as a threat?
I think every strong woman in history has had to walk down a similar path. And I think it's the strength that causes the confusion and the fear. Why is she strong? Where does she get it from? Where is she taking it? Where is she going to use it? Why do the public still support her?
You mean to tell me that this interview from so many years ago is so off base from what Meghan is saying? No, it's history repeating itself. This is nothing new. What you are seeing is Meghan and Harry breaking generational curses in Princess Diana's name. And I salute them. If you want the real tea, watch The Crown. I promise you, you will not be sorry. It is like the cup of tea spilleth over. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is all I have for you today. The CDC said that if you have been vaccinated, you are allowed to visit your grandchildren, your children that have not yet been vaccinated, but I think they still are recommending that people wear their masks. So as I say, continue to wear your mask over your nose. Don't be a part of the super spreaders. I know spring break is coming up. I know the weather is breaking. Don't go overboard. Just wear your mask. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Get this information out there. Let the people know their money is on the way. And remember, The world is small. Do not let little walls cage you in. The sky is the limit. Thank you again so much for watching. Bye.
As Bernie Sanders said it, this is the most progressive piece of legislation to pass the Senate since he's been a senator.
And one of the most popular pieces of legislation that's moved through Congress in years.
You think this is the most significant piece of legislation in decades?
It is significant.
It's big.
It is big, especially for families, especially for lower income families. The people who have been hit the hardest are going to be helped the most
Make a lot of money
with this bill.
Hopefully within a couple of weeks, some 85% of American households will receive a direct payment check.
This bill helps corporations directly a lot less than the other bills, and it helps the average American way more.
That direct payment will be $1,400 for every working class adult, and that could mean the difference between despair and dignity. Individuals, $75,000 or less, couples, $150,000 or less, plus your children.
Not a single Republican in the Senate voted for it.
Over 1 million people are having their pensions saved as a result of this package.
This got no Republican support. What does that say to you?
The Republicans have turned their back on the needs of working families. Is this legislation perfect? No.
Raise that minimum wage to $15 an hour.
We agree with Senator Sanders, and the president is going to be standing right alongside him, fighting for an increase in the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And he will use his political capital to get that done.
We only got 42 votes the other day, but this I promise you, we're going to win this fight.
You should look for another round of the minimum wage.
We're going to do it. And we're just working on a strategy now to make that happen. And if anybody thinks that the vote that we had the other day on the minimum wage is the last vote that is taking place this session, they're very, very wrong.
Because there are some Democrats who did not want that.
I know. Believe me, I know. But at the end of the day, the American people